Hey yo, it's Lyarrah, and you join me today over here on Truly Bedrock, where I have made a really dire mistake. Yeah, I'm out of rockets, as you may notice, and in my ender chest, my rocket box is missing. And as you left me in the previous episode, you may have remembered I found out that there's a warden somewhere in Tiz's tower. And it can smell me, I think. So I need to go. Like fast. But I don't have rockets left. So we're gonna break that. Even though I expect that noise. Okay, it didn't hear me. And we're just gonna go. We still really need to properly do this tunnel. Yeesh. Oh wait, is this the... That's right! I dug a tunnel to my spot! Ha! I don't have to go around. Rockets retrieved. Box back away where it belongs. And now we go to return to our certain death. Alright, so we're gonna take the not quite so cowardly route. And we're just gonna fly all the way up to the top here. Then come land on it. See what happens from there. Okay, so no heartbeat from up here. Was that seriously Is there... Gary, how did you get all the way up here? Also, there's a bed up here. That would have been nice to know, but hi. Alright, are there just multiple things on this? Is there going to be a villager on each one? I'm kind of let down that there's not. Time to see how far I can go before... That was pretty close to the bottom that I heard it. Don't understand how or where it's contained. It's not contained in this, is it? No, it's coming from over there. This is so weird. I heard it sniffing. Oh. There's the blindness. I'm about to have my first encounter with a warden, and it is 138 blocks up. Well, that's clearly distracted or something. I just want to actually see the guy before I leave, okay? It feels rude to come and bother him without, like, looking him in the eye. That's a god-awful noise. Okay. That's enough of a look. Hey, Tizzy, are you aware that there's a freaking warden in your tower? Oh, houses? Gotta tell you, though, that it's like one heck of a security system, seriously. I'm gonna be real with you, this is like the 5th time I've tried to record this. Yeah. As you can see, we've got a lot done around here. I will show you what's up at the waterfall in just a minute, but here beyond the waterfall, I believe this shulker box is from Tizzy. Oh. Oh, that's a lot more than I thought he was going to give me. Disclaimer. This was not a warden-related bribe. This was already there before the warden was ever even in the picture. Also, the warden was a prank on Tiz. I mean, I'll take it. But how long did this take him? Actually, I guess it's copper, so probably only like 2 hours, but it's still a lot. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and grab that. And I have a smeltery deal set up over here. That is right in here. So on stream the other day, I went ahead and set this up. We have blast furnaces down one side. We have regular furnaces down the other. If I ever need smokers that bad, I can swap one or the other side out for it. But for right now, it's just real simple. Just in minecart, go zoom, zoom. Fuel minecart, go zoom, zoom. out goes here. As you can see, I already have a lot of copper from another round of copper that I dug up myself. This side I've been doing smooth stone and a lot of glass and stuff on because, oh boy, I'm gonna need a ton of it. Also, ignore the ceiling. I don't know what I'm doing. I like it. I hate it. I like that. I don't know if I like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get all this smelting. I guess we're gonna need to get the stuff out of here too, but let's go ahead and get all of this smelting. And then I can go ahead and show y'all what is up with the waterfall and, well, this wall here and everything else that I've been working on my base on stream in the last couple of weeks. So let's do this. That's right, the waterfall is finished! And so is the copper. Although, to be completely transparent, the copper's been done for a few days at this stage. This is not the same day at all, and actually my inventory could use a bit of a Really? Ahem, that's better. But anyway, it is time for our grand reveal here. Because not only is the waterfall, I wouldn't say done, because the top's definitely going to get a lot of changes to it still. And because we're gonna have some fun in a couple minutes with the bottom of it. But you will also note that there's some things taking shape around here. You see, I did say that this was going to be based upon the Dreaming City from Destiny. And that includes that it needs one heck of a tall palace tower. Man, these sunsets are just beautiful. I wish RTX wasn't so broken. There are also the 3 smaller waterfalls, which is this one down here, which will finish having a way out into the water once I know what the foliage is going to look like around here. There is, of course, our little baby one right here, which might need a little more shaping now that I'm looking at it. That's something best not done in the dark. There is, of course, the tall one right here. And the wall, the myth, the legend, our giant waterfall, which, like, mind you, is the one thing here that has zero basis on the Dreaming City whatsoever. But let's go make it daytime. There we go. Now we can enjoy looking at this properly. Now that it's not lit just by the dim glow of things through half slabs. Now this does look a little different to different people just because of texture packs. I have an RTX pack, even though RTX isn't currently working. Point being that my water is a little bit lighter colored than some other people's it will be. But I am really proud of the ways that I got this to kind of jostle and roar around, and you know, it can stand to be a little bit further out down here. But that is something we can easily do, and that is something that, as I said, I have a special treat we're going to add after this. But first, I just wanted to talk about the plan for the rest of it here. There are going to be 3 different styles of building in here. The first one is the split towers, and that is obviously the big, tall one here, but there's also these 2 small ones here, and there is going to be probably around there, but maybe here instead, one that is about another, like, quarter to third bigger than this one. Well, than these 2. Those are the same size. I know, a little bit of optical illusion, but they are the same size. That one just has innies on the thing, and that one doesn't. There will be a slightly bigger one over here somewhere. Then there's what I've been calling the gazebos, which are these circular buildings. They are going to have the copper for their pillars, actually, and I still need to kind of evaluate whether I want to go a straight up copper or go to the cut copper. I would, but I'm worried that it's going to be too busy with the dark prismarine roofs, because I'm really, really attached to the idea of the dark prismarine roofs. I'm just really, really attached to dark prismarine in general, okay? Like, I literally just dyed my hair that color in real life, like 24 hours ago. It's, yeah, it's kind of a problem. The obsession with the teal, not the hair color. The hair color, well, it's a little bit of a problem too, but that's just because it's an at-home dye job, and you know how those can be. I have been working on terracing this place out a bit. So on this side, I'm going to have a slightly taller terrace up here. That spot there, I kind of want to do some kind of like weird little water feature or something. Otherwise, it's just going to get pushed back to that same level. We've got slightly smaller terraces here that are both the same size as each other. I may put a little tiny building of some kind over here, like a little watchtower or something, which is not what the 3rd type is meant to be. I don't actually know what the 3rd type is going to be yet. I kind of want to do something that's kind of like, you know, like an old-timey clock where it's like curve up and then down again, or like a stereotypical bell curve. But then, like, stretch it out even further. Like, the literally the exact opposite kind of curve of this. Instead of it being, it's going to be, no. This has just been the sound effects day, I'm sorry. This over here, obviously going to be another gazebo. I am still unsure of exactly how big I want to make this. This is too big, obviously, but the next couple sizes down have my pet peeve, which is really diagonal across the side like the entire time, and it's just wonky. I don't like them, so I kind of want to stay bigger, but like I said, this is too big. It's all a problem. There is a set of stairs over on this side. This is not the stairs clear down here. This is just shoreline. This will be stairs that lead here in one direction and over to a bridge across over here, on up the way here, and I don't know how it's connecting to up there exactly yet. We'll figure that out. I'm wanting to do some whole thing with, like, there used to be a path right up here, but it got crumbled away or something like that, like kind of implying that this originally kept on going the whole way down. Maybe, I don't know. I'm eager to have some kind of fun with this, but I don't know exactly what I'm doing with it yet. I'm kind of taking the Bob Ross approach to it. You know, I was talking to my stream yesterday and I was like, yeah, we're doing happy little trees, except it's broken little retaining walls. And by the way, all of these little retaining well, these are not going to be retaining walls, is more what I was trying to say. These are supposed to be terraces. Maybe they were originally carved, maybe not. Most likely they were originally carved, and they are going to look like this, but a little bit less weathered. I am very excited to make all that happen too. Might make them have little like shelves of water pouring off of them. I'm not sure yet. That's what they look like in the actual game, but it seems a little not worth it. I don't know. Now, I guess speaking of water and worth it, we should go ahead and do some more stuff that is going to be totally not worth it. because you're gonna have to be like literally here to notice it, but I'm excited to do it, so we're going to. Yoink. Probably yoink these while I'm here because they've been here for way too long. One of these days I'll get around to giving my poor submarine a propeller or 2 propellers. Some method of not just being a reverse spaceship. Okay, so our plan for the waterfall involves a lot of bubbles, and actually it might be faster if I explain it by finally showing y'all what's up with my shop. I know, I promised. We're gonna get around to it eventually. We're heading there. So y'all might be familiar with my shop from a few weeks ago. This is unidentified flying ore. It is a UFO, as the name suggests. It sells ore, things that used to be ore, and sometimes even more literal ore. So it is, well, for a little while it was a very well-paying shop because I was the only one selling iron, but now I'm not, so it's not so, business is down. But you might notice that our bubble column here is a little bit on the invisible side. And that is because there is a fun little glitch that you can do with bubble columns and with powdered snow. And while it's a little bit harder to see and get into, it functions just like a normal bubble column does. And it has the added bonus of there's not technically any water in here, so it doesn't even, it doesn't even splash everywhere. There's no need to have any kind of things holding it up. And this is done via a very bizarre little mix. Oh my gosh, this doesn't even count as water for my trident. That's how not water this is. It's a bizarre mix of water and powdered snow that you just alternate the whole way up. And we are going to go with something a little bit, you know, smaller in scale than the UFO as far as the bubbles that we're about to go head over and do. I really hope this has enough powdered snow in it. So for this to work, we need some water, we need all the snow we can grab, and luckily we'll be able to just refill the water as we go down here. Now the one trick to this is that we unfortunately do have to have some of the soul sand under here in the spots that we want to bubble. So I'm trying to gauge where some good spots would be. I'm feeling like right there is one. Oops. Right, we're going to need a block to put these up against too. I hadn't thought about that part. And we'll come back through here and patch up any holes that are left by this afterwards, as well as kind of darken up some of the areas down here to make these mix in a little bit better. Alright, so I've put down 6 of these bubble sources. I do kind of wish they were a little bit higher up, but hopefully people won't really recognize them other than from up there. I am amused that a few of these are bubbling up their chains, and it tells me that maybe, like, this one probably needs to be moved forward, that means. Here? Here seems good. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be putting water there. We're going to be putting a thing of powdered snow in its place, and then we are going to be pouring water over the top of it. Just like that. And this is going to involve some spots where we're going to have to reevaluate how we are doing the water around it and stuff like that. This is going to need to be taken back down so that it will actually be invisible there, but we also may want to put that back up a little bit in some way to have the kind of shape work better, which that's mostly what we're going to be doing for the rest of this episode, is just kind of dealing with the shapes of the water and the shapes, the vibes, the reasons, all those things about the bottoms of the waterfalls are what we are about to be in for here. Now, I do wish that there was a way to do these without having them be bubbling from the whole distance, but this is kind of where render distance comes in. This is what I mean by this is a slightly useless thing. It is indeed, you know, bubbling down here at the very bottom where you're not going to see it from most areas. I don't care. I still enjoy it. I still like the effect it gives. And as you can see from up here, the render distance of it does mean that you're only really seeing the bubbles at the very surface from back here. That said, boy oh boy, we still have a lot of shaping to do here. The trickiest part with these is that you're always going to make sure you start knocking out your forms from the bottom, because otherwise, if you do it from the top, you risk the water deciding to cascade down it anyway. Yeah, that's looking good there. There's some spots we can go ahead and bring it out a little bit further here. We do, however, unfortunately need to go pick up some more powdered snow before we can do any more. Also, I don't think that I'm going to put them in every single one of these. I am definitely going to put a couple of them down in the bottom one here as well, because this is definitely part of like the main spectacle of the base still. Plus this one still just needs some shaping in general. Like it needs a little like out about here, and it just, I don't know. They need shape. They need better shape. I can't believe I made that first try. So it has occurred to me that I can take advantage of how I have this place structured in order to go ahead and hide a few more pieces of soul sand around. Though I think I'm going to grab some more basalt first. Put some of it in the walls here. And then tuck one of those in there, and that should give us a little bit of... Oh, I don't think we have any true water sources behind that. That's interesting. Okay. Give you a water source and see what happens. There we go. A little bit of bubbles just kind of up here inside the waterfall as well. We can just put those around in a couple of places where it makes sense. Okay, now comes the risky parts. We are trying to build this up a little bit more. That's a good splash for there. Let's get a little bit further out, a little bit further down. That do it? Yes, that gave us that little extra that I was looking for there. I would like another, like, whoosh out here as well. Yeah. That's mostly feeling it. I have a feeling I'm going to need to knock a little bit of this back down, but that looks good from this angle. Oh, yeah. That feels a lot more like what I'm trying to create here. I do agree that that's one too far out, so we are going to very carefully shave this one back by starting from the top. Not quite to the bottom. Here, let's give this like a friend at the bottom level. Do we like that? I think we do. I think we do. And then we just need a little bit more sticking out over here, which we should get rid of this first. And the reason I'm showing you all this is because I figure I'm not the only person that likes to build waterfalls, but that some people might feel like they don't know how to build it right to get it to have like the personality that they want it to have. And I'm here to tell you that you just saw how easy it was for me to re-erase a section that I got wrong. So take that risk. And also, I mean, do you think nature worries about anything about like whether this is the right way to take a waterfall or not? No. And at the end of the day, as much as I am somebody who sticks with the shtick of trying to make things realistic here in Minecraft, truth is, it's all decorative. It's all here for you to have fun and for you to watch things bounce on water eventually and eternally, and, you know, just, it's all here to be pretty. Pop this whole side out by one, which is going to be a huge risk, and which I just did with the wrong blocks, but still. And see, and I did that, and I immediately decided, no, that was a mistake. So we're hopping back up here, and I am putting blocks above the 2 rows that I need to fix. And we're just going to crank these down like 3 or 4-ish. Maybe we'll crank this one down by 1 while we're at it. Yeah, that looks good. And this does take some practice. You'll get there eventually on figuring out how to shape things like this. You'll figure out what technique and what materials work best for you. There we go. So that gives that little bit more of a whoosh out from there that I was wanting it to have. And I feel like I don't actually have a water source on top of this specific soul sand, so we're gonna fix that. We're also gonna quietly fix this as long as we're here. It's like, you know, oops. Now, is this detailing that you probably wouldn't even like notice if I hadn't shown you in this video that I was making? Oh, absolutely. This is all very little intricate, nonsensical little things that aren't needed, but that I absolutely adore adding. But the thing is that, you know, there again, nature doesn't, you know, plan where it's going to put these things, and nature doesn't care if you ever see its intricacies or not. And we're going for like the Bob Ross approach, like I said earlier. Let me go ahead and get some shaping done on the lower one, and then I will be right back to you. Ah, yes, nothing like detailing that you can't even see from more than like 20 blocks away. I still know it's there and I'm still satisfied. That said, yeah, when I thought about this, I definitely didn't realize how far away it was going to be, and also I, for some reason, thought the bubbles went a little bit faster than that. So they may have the opposite of the effect that I want. If so, it's easy enough for me to just run down there and replace all those with basalt or something, but I think I'll leave it, ask a couple other people how they think. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I have a couple other people right here. I'll ask y'all what you think. Is this good? Did we do a good job with this? Is this a good plan, or is this just dumb? Because let me tell you, these bubbles look great on pictures, but I'm not so sure they're gonna do anything that I want them to on, you know, actual video here. So yeah, let me know what you think. You know, I'm gonna take the wandering trader somehow spawning on top of my portal of all places on the planet as a sign that it is time to back up and get a better view of this place. And you know what? Just for funsies, let's RTX this. Oh, let's. I know I just got up here, but I'm gonna hop back down and see how these bubbles look in RTX, because that is comical. That's how they look. They stand out so much. Oh goodness, but it is okay, because this is gorgeous in so many other ways. And I am just really, really excited with how this has turned out. I am excited to see how the buildings are going to turn out. I am excited by how this entire waterfall network has been working. It has just been absolute gold. Okay, so I'm going to hold off on doing too much more with the bubbles before I've heard from all y'all on it. But I did go ahead and mix some in at the tops of both of the waterfalls, actually. Whoops, right into the wall there. So I've done them up here as well, and this is to kind of help with the rapidy kind of look to it. That said, I recognize that there just still is no real kinetic energy to any of it until you get to the front. I mean, maybe there again with the RTX on, but most people aren't going to have RTX, and also I'm trying to rely on the game itself. I'm like looking at this wondering if I need to pull this whole thing forward a little bit or not. Ah! But as I've been wondering what to do about the fact that it just doesn't have much in the way of energy to it, I have, I think I may have come up with a solution, but it's a solution that if it works, I'm probably going to put it in place to test it, and then promptly take it back out until I'm no longer living in this cave. So our plan here, make an armor stand. In fact, let's make an extra one here, because I think we may want more than one where we're going. Then we're just going to like pick a spot here, grab a couple of buckets on our way, or no, we'll just grab some of the ice. All right, so we're gonna burrow in right here to start with, and down here we're gonna put one of these, but see, that doesn't matter yet because it doesn't currently have a water source above it. So we're gonna go ahead and put a couple of water sources. We're gonna put one of those. Actually gonna tuck ourselves into the wall here for the moment while we do this so that we can do it more effectively. There we go. Because now, if I'm not mistaken, I should be able to go ahead and break the glass under both of those. Excellent. Okay. It might want you to go one or two blocks higher. Not sure. Okay, we're going to give that a third and a fourth. We're going to place that back down there. And then... oh, it didn't do it. Huh. Okay, well, what I'd been hoping that was going to do is that was going to cause this poor thing to be making a ton of noise over here. But I was wrong about about that apparently. I'm not clear on what just happened here. Maybe this will work a little bit better. There we go. So yeah, something like that. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking that I can do a couple of those hidden in the walls around here. We can do the same thing over here. Put an armor stand on there and we can seal this back up. This one apparently could use, whoops. I just lost it already. Where was it? What? How did I lose it already? Okay, it was just further down here. We need to make sure that it has like some airspace at the top is what we need. There we go. Now it's starting to add. Oh yeah, I like that. Now obviously, like I said, a little bit noisy. I think going ahead and putting like 5 of these behind here and 1 or 2 in the middle of the other set of waterfalls is probably a really good like final idea for it. But like I said, in the meantime, this noise is going to drive me nuts, so we're going to at least get the bubbles out from behind these again. There. I'm never going to remember that this is down here, but it at least will no longer be bubbling. There we go. It's just like a real waterfall. You don't realize how much you can't hear yourself think over it until you've already walked away, and then you already miss not being able to hear yourself think because ugh. Now, originally the plan was to go over the math of how I did these, like the entire whole afternoon on plots and assembling things together. But I have a feeling I have hurt all of your brains. Oh, I almost made it. I have a feeling that I've hurt all of your brains quite enough today. That means that I should go ahead and let y'all go. So thank you everybody so much for hanging out with me today. If you had as much fun as I did, make sure you leave a like. If you're new here and you do want to find out how I, assembled a couple of circles to make that whole tower behind me and maybe go ahead and make these little ones with me as well, then hey, please subscribe so we can hang out again next time. Take care, everybody. Toodles!